The onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the San Francisco 49ers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
All right, now, 180. Lux 56. Too low,
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Roethlisberger complete to Washington. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Here we go. Like 20.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, here's Breida. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Mostert. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. There are the numbers for McDonald from a week ago. 7 catches, 91 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. First carry for James Conner. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
CD, you know, there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, too, than he did field goals, 1 in the 2018 season.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. Got her on first down. Not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. Second down coming up. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 27, Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over first and 10 on the short side of the field. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Here we go. 180. Mike 50. Hey, check.
Here's Breida. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Deep ball for Goodwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. He showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Josh Doxson's got it complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. It's hauled in by Doxson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Ben to throw again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
It's a gain of 17. First down, Pittsburgh.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Wait. Black.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in.
We play to win. Let's go. Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the
They run with Breida. He's got the first down and more past midfield. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down. Now Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up second down. Now it's Breida, and an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Being chased out left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So that one will be accepted. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
This is Mostert. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Connor. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. This is Breida. Oh, nice move. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
218, chop.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 22. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. 3rd down here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Roethlisberger, he's got his man. This is Jackson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And
There's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
12, fellas, here we go. Hey, my 7. 11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Now a give to Breida. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 43 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. On 2nd and 7. Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to let this go for the... And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Garoppolo's going to throw it. Deep ball for Goodwin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 88 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big play ability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 52 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated, the front and the back.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught at the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves,